If you're a real NASCAR fan, you felt it this weekend. You felt that moment where you sit back on the couch, shake your head, and say, yeah, this season is different. Because what happened at Circuit of the Americas wasn't just another race on the schedule. It wasn't just another road course weekend. It was chaos. It was history. It was dominance. It was heartbreak. And honestly, it might end up defining this entire NASCAR season. COTA delivered two massive storylines in one weekend, and both of them are going to have ripple effects for months. One driver rewrote the record books in the NASCAR Cup Series, and another proved that road course dominance in this sport is very real and still growing. What happened in Austin is going to impact the championship picture, team momentum, and how we talk about this season moving forward. But before we break it all down, if you love real NASCAR coverage, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to NASCAR Nation News, and join us as we push toward our first 1,000 subscribers. Our channel is new, and your support means everything to us. So if you live and breathe this sport like I do, if you watch every lap, every restart, every pit stop, then please make sure you subscribe and be part of this journey. You're in the right place. Now let's talk about what really happened. Let's start with the biggest headline of the weekend, because this is something we have literally never seen before. Tyler Reddick right now is untouchable. 3 races into the season, 3 wins, 0 mistakes. He started the year by winning at Daytona International Speedway, followed that up with a win at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and now he goes to COTA and wins again. No driver in Cup Series history has ever opened a season by going 3 for 3. Not in the modern era. Not in the old school era. Not ever. And at COTA, he didn't just survive. He didn't just get lucky. He dominated. Reddick crossed the finish line nearly 4 seconds ahead of Shane Van Gisbergen on a road course, against one of the best road racers in the world. Think about that for a second. 4 seconds on a technical track against a driver who built his career on tracks like this. That tells you everything you need to know about how locked in this team is right now. Behind them, we had Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs, and Michael McDowell, followed by Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Aj Allmendinger, and Denny Hamlin. That is a stacked top 10. That is not luck. That is Reddick beating the best drivers in the garage straight up. And what makes this win even more impressive is that this race was not easy. This wasn't some calm, clean cruise to victory type of day. From the start, things were intense. Chase Briscoe went 3 wide into turn 1. Ross Chastain was aggressive. Ryan Blaney showed insane long-run speed. And SVG started slicing through the field like a surgeon, from 13th to the front, quietly, methodically, without wasting a move. You could feel the momentum building. By stage 2, strategy was already splitting the field. Some drivers were short pitting. Some were chasing stage points. Others were gambling on track position. It was already a chess match. And in the middle of all that chaos, Reddick stayed calm. He stayed patient. Late in stage 2, he gave up track position, pitted early, and flipped the strategy to set himself up for the final stage. That is veteran-level thinking, and we're only 3 races into the season. Then came stage 3, and that's when everything exploded. Chase Briscoe lost a rear end. Ross Chastain lost a wheel. Cautions flipped the entire strategy picture. Drivers were gambling on old tires, others were gambling on fuel. And then we had the moment nobody expected, when Alex Bowman had to climb out of his car mid-race because he was feeling ill. The whole field was scrambling. Teams were panicking. Crew chiefs were rethinking everything. But Reddick never blinked. He stayed calm. He stayed focused. On the final restart, SVG got close. He stalked him. He pressured him. You could see him trying to set up a move, But Reddick never made a mistake. He never overdrove the car. He never left the door open. And in the final laps, he drove away. 3 wins, 3 races, 3 different types of track. This is not a hot streak. This feels like the start of something special. Now let's talk about Shane van Gisbergen, because his weekend was bigger than just finishing second on Sunday. If you're judging SVG only by that result, you're missing the bigger picture. Less than 24 hours earlier, he reminded everyone exactly who he is. On Saturday in the Xfinity Series race, he put on a masterclass. With 5 laps to go, he was sixth, and then he sent it 4 wide into turn 1. No fear, no hesitation, pure instinct. He cleared the field, took the lead, and never looked back. That wasn't luck. That was an elite racecraft. He picked up his 5th career Xfinity win and continued the insane road course dominance for Junior Motorsports, who now have 10 straight road course victories, 10 in a row. That organization owns these tracks right now. So yeah, SVG didn't beat Reddick on Sunday, but he dominated Saturday and nearly stole the Cup race. That's not a weakness, that's a warning. Every time NASCAR goes to a road course, he is a serious threat. This weekend also showed us something else. The next generation is coming fast. Connor Zillish showed speed but had bad luck. Corey Day battled up front. Young drivers were aggressive, fearless, and hungry. And with that hunger comes tension. We saw spins. We saw contact. We saw frustration. We saw post-race anger. That's what happens when the stakes are high early. Nobody wants to fall behind Tyler Reddick because right now, he's setting the pace for the entire field. 3 races into the season and the championship picture is already forming. Reddick has momentum, SVG has road course dominance, Bell is lurking, Gibbs is consistent, Blaney has speed, Larson is dangerous every single week. There are storylines everywhere, and that's how special seasons begin. Not quietly, not slowly, but with chaos, controversy, and history. This weekend wasn't just another race. It was a statement. Tyler Reddick is building something legendary. Shane van Gisbergen is still the road course king. The entire garage is officially on notice, and this season already feels different. Now I want to hear from you. Is Tyler Reddick on his way to one of the greatest starts in NASCAR history? And how long before Shane van Gisbergen gets that Cup win at COTA? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. Remember, our channel is new, and every single subscriber helps us grow and keep bringing you real NASCAR content. We're building something real with real NASCAR fans, and your support matters more than you know. And I'll see you in the next one.